think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our love tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like a mood, my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty.
I feel nothing else inside. What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and this is your match preview for Everton against Leicester. A game that, look, who knows how many goals teams in this match are going to score, because, look, Leicester haven't started well coming back from the sort of break. Everton, look, played all right against Liverpool, should have won. Should really have been better in the final third against Norwich, although they did just completely shut up shop and play 11 behind the ball. So this game's interesting. Everton are more than capable than going to Leicester. Of Leicester coming to Everton, and Everton just giving them a hiding. Everton are more than capable of that. They've got some good players, and we've seen the emergence of some players who started the season after the break fairly well. People like Michael Keane's come in and done a great job. Mason Holgate's still looking solid. And then you go forward, you're seeing more determination from Charlison. Iwobi had a better game against Norwich. Now, you know, he probably played himself into the start, Iwobi, because he was awful against Liverpool. But Ancelotti saw that and he gave him his chance, and credit where credit is due, because I wouldn't have started him. But Iwobi in that second half was the most dangerous player on the pitch for Everton. So, look, positive to see that. Leicester, we all know their strengths. They've got some good players all over the park. They've got a great goalkeeper in Schmeichel. They've got good left and right back in Pereira and Chilwell. Two centre-backs, Evans and Soyuncu, and they've got a few options at centre-back. Then you go into midfield, and they've got players with quality like Maddison and Tielemans and Pratt. Damari Gray with his pace and his skill. Which, a fun fact, if you want to know, is my son's friend is cousins to Damari Gray and his mum, because they're local. Damari Gray's local, he's a Birmingham lad, local. So look, they've got quality all over the park, and then of course they've got Jamie Vardy up front, who just knows where the goal is. So look, they are dangerous. When we played them earlier in the season at Leicester, it's a tough game. We played them then in the Cup, a tough game, a game where Leighton Baines had to score a screamer to keep us in it. Look, all I want to see from Everton is 3 points. I'm not really asked about how we play and how we set up. All I know is defensively we need to be as strong as we was against Liverpool and Norwich. But Norwich had some chances that we can't afford to give them to Jamie Vardy, because he will score. On top of that, Leicester have got more about them in midfield than we have. You know, in the centre of our midfield, we've got Andre Gomez, who has not looked great. Tom Davies, who has not looked great. And was subbed. Skilfie Sigurdsson offers a little bit more, maybe composure. But he doesn't do anything. And the only reason we got away with making that substitution against Norwich was because our two centre midfielders didn't have to run around. If you're playing with Andre Gomez and Gylfi Sigurdsson in the middle of the park against, you know, Ndidi, Maddison, Tielemans, we're going to get arsed. We're going to get absolutely bummed. It'll be bad, because they've got the quality to interlink and play around us, whereas statically, Gomez won't really do much running, and nor will Sigurdsson. You know, that's neither of their games, and Gomez has been disappointing for a while. Even before his injury, he has been disappointing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and criticise him, because he is a fantastic player on his day, but I want to see that again, and it's important that Gomez steps up in the last 7 games towards the end of the season, because Leicester is as tough a test as we're going to have in any of the games that are left. You know, in the games we've got left, I think you can say we definitely need to be winning 5 And the Leicester game does go into that category. It does go into a game that we need to win because, next week we've got Spurs away. Or it might be this week. We've got Spurs away. And then in a couple of weeks' time, we've got Wolves away, which, again, they're difficult games. So Leicester at home, although it's a difficult game, it's a game that Everton need to be aiming to get 3 points out of. And we're more than capable. We get the ball into Richarlison. He plays it around, coming inside, maybe off. What I like about Richarlison is he doesn't just stay put. He goes in a 4-4-2. He'll stay up front with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but he does pull out wide. He doesn't just stay in the middle. So when he pulls out wide and he cuts in, he's dangerous. And I like seeing that. I like seeing it when he was playing at left wing, for example. He's always good when he cuts inside. And I would like to see him do that because it will also drag in their left and right backs, depending on who that goes against. And if it drags them in, that's going to give the quality for Luca Dean and obviously Coleman, who started this coming back really well, to give us some more options going forward. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin, look, in the air, he'll score you goals. He'll score your headers all day. One-on-ones concern me with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, not headed goals. So I fancy our chances. I think this is a tough game. I think Leicester set up to be exactly what they usually play. They've just come off the back of losing to Chelsea 1-0, I think it was. They haven't started great in the games before. I personally think that this game has got an Everton win wrote all over it, but I think it's a difficult one, and I think Everton probably shade this 1-0 again. I think it will be another 1-0. I'll go through my team. Obviously, we go Jordan Pickford in goal, who has started better. With no fans, Jordan Pickford has been better. So I've got a little bit of concern there for his mental state when he's in games. But look, Pickford starts. Luca Dean at left back. I keep the back two, Holgate and Keane. Then on the right, I'll bring in. I'll keep with Coleman for obvious reasons. I was just going on to midfield. I was thinking midfield in my head. I think I actually play Sigurdsson and Davies and drop Gomez, which I know that sounds absolutely mad, but Davies, although he's not a good player, he'll give you legs. He'll run around in midfield. He'll charge after their Leicester players, because Gomez and Sigurdsson in midfield, I don't think they will. Delph, God knows, and who cares, quite frankly. I'd love to see Andrew Eden. He's the player I want to see. Yes, I just sneezed. It's not coronavirus. You'll be pleased to know. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult game. There is just no getting away with it. But if we had people like Andrew Eden around it's difficult. But I'm not saying just start them for the sake of starting. I'm saying it because when I've looked at these players, I've seen quality. I look at Gordon, I see quality. Not necessarily now, but I certainly see it in 2 or 3 months next season. I certainly see a player in Gordon quality. And I see the same with Andrew Eden. He gets the ball, he picks it up, he's strong, he's powerful, he's quick. I want to see that in the first team. And if you're going to throw Gordon into the derby, why can't you throw in Andrew Eden in against Leicester? So for me, Davies has to start. And it's only because he won't play Andrew Eden, which is fair enough, manager's prerogative. But that means Gomez can't start. So yeah, it's difficult because I wouldn't want Gylfi Sigurdsson anywhere near the starting 11. But our centre of midfield is shit. Like literally, it's shit. If there was a position that you could stick a post in the middle of the fucking pitch and no one would play there, it would be that position, because we are bollocks there. On the left, I'll go. See, again, I want to see Moise Keane, but I worry. Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, fuck it. On the left, I'll go Richarlison. On the right, I'll go Iwobi. And up front, I'll go with Moise Keane and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Moise Keane has got to be given a game. He's got to be given a game because he is good enough. We've seen it in snippets this season. He is good enough. He can beat people. He's talented. He's quick. He's skillful. He's strong. He's everything that you want in a good top quality centre forward. He's just young, impatient, may have a bad attitude, and that has to change. It has to be moulded out of him. And he's only going to do that if Carlo, one, takes him under his wing, and two, plays him. And this is a good game for him, because we lacked options, we lacked choices against Norwich, and it was only from a corner that we managed to break them down. We didn't score against Liverpool when we really should have. If we have another out-and-out striker up there with Richarlison backing him up, I think we could cause Leicester real problems. Because essentially, when we're attacking, we're going 4 up front. We're going 4 up front because Sigurdsson won't sit. He'll come out slightly and become in the 10 role and be picking shots off from 20 yards. Then you've got the front 3 because Richarlison will make it a front 3. And Gomez or Davies or whoever starts will come round and support that area in front of Luca Dean. So they're on the break and we've covered it. So Everton just need to be clever, in my opinion, to break down that back 4 of Leicester. Because if they don't and they allow Leicester's midfield to get into it, we're fucked. We'll lose this game. As it is, the team I've gone for, I think the team is good enough to beat Leicester, and I think it'll be an Everton 1-0 win. Guys, I'm leaving it there. I hope you like the fucking t-shirt. Yeah. If you fucking want one, order one. We've also got some new hoodies. We've got phone cases as well. We've got other new products on there. Go and have a look at the website. The link is in the description below. Guys, we are literally like 70 subs away from 5,000. 5,000 subs is a massive landmark. And that sounds silly because, you know, you got all your big channels like Toffee TV on 40,000 or whatever. But look, 5,000 subs is a landmark because in my eyes, once you hit 5,000, the only way is up. The only way is up. And if you guys can help me get there, follow me, support me, share me, I massively would appreciate it because I love you all. Guys, see you soon. Peace.